Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. Excited to get this started. Let's see if we could get some people on. So my latest obsession, well, this has been my obsession all summer, but I've been really getting back into it, is Savasana by Jade Bloom. I actually have a separate Facebook business page for Jade Bloom. It's under Julie Ann Faye Loves Jade Bloom, and you should check that out, give it a like, because I post the sales and the giveaways that they're doing on that Facebook page. So it's a little bit of a later Facebook Live tonight. We'll see if we can get some people on. And I've got 3 decks here. I'm gonna go over just some business updates and the like. So let's see who we can get on. I might put on my Harry Potter earrings, cause I feel like it. And I will grab something to do a smudge spray with. Be right back. Yay, we have people on. Hi Silvia, nice to see you. Yeah, a little bit of a later Facebook Live tonight. I have gotten on this really late schedule and just really needed to go grocery shopping. Like, it could not wait anymore. So that definitely delayed me on this Facebook Live a bit. I'm gonna spray. This is actually a texturizing spray for hair, but it has sea salt and it smells really good. So I'm actually gonna spray this just to clear the energy a little bit. And let's see if we can get some more people on. It looks like we have a couple more people that just joined. I understand. Yep, it's Virgo season. I actually just had my birthday on August 28th, just a couple days ago now. So I've been kind of celebrating like a little bit each day almost. It was a good birthday. Definitely better than last year's birthday. That one was pretty rough for me, so I'm happy about that. And let's see, it looks like we have a couple more people. Thank you. I think we have a couple more people, but if you joined, feel free to leave a message in the chat. I've got 3 decks here. If you're new to my Facebook Lives, the way that they work is I generally start by talking about the moon and doing moon updates, and then I talk about business updates, and then I do card pulls for people. General card pulls. If you want a specific reading, thank you. It was a good birthday. Pretty much general readings. If you want a specific reading, you would contact me to set up a paid reading for that. But anyway, so moon updates. So the moon has been in Aries for the past couple days, which I've been loving because I have Jupiter in Aries. Hi Nita. But just recently, within like the past hour, not even half hour, the moon moved into Taurus. So we have a lot of earth energy going on. It's Virgo season and the moon is in Taurus right now. So this is about hard work. This is about applying yourself to do the work, routines, the care of your physical body, your health. So a lot of times this is also about work. Like Virgo specializes, myself being Virgo, we specialize in cleaning things up and really helping things to become orderly. And sometimes it's not always glamorous work what we do, but it is to serve a greater good. So you might find yourself kind of in lots of like nuts and bolts energy where you're having like to-do lists and you have things to do. But this is really good because this is part of what you need to help you advance into new energy and refresh yourself in a certain type of way. It's also a good time to kind of readjust your diet or really focus in again on health. Oh no! Well, that's not good, Silvia. Try to not let his bad moods affect your bad moods. Or lack of bad moods. Yeah, definitely go with that cleaning energy because it's, you know, helping you. I've also been going through my things and really finding things I want to donate. This is a really good time to do that. Clear out, refresh. It definitely resets your energy and helps you think more clearly, you know? Mars is direct. It went direct on Monday, the day before my birthday, which is really exciting. That has definitely provided, awesome, Silvia, that's definitely provided a lot more uplift in terms of just our physical energy and our drive, which is awesome. So we still have some outer planets retrograde, including Saturn, but that will actually be going direct in roughly another week. And then a lot of the planets are going to kind of come back on the go direct. There will be a major planet, Venus, which will go retrograde, but we're not there yet. That's a ways off. But and as long as you guys are following my Facebook Lives, I'll let you know when that happens. So that's pretty much astrological updates. It's a lot better than it was earlier on in the month. And we're definitely coming into calmer seas compared to the really stormy seas we had of July and August. And what was I going to say? Business updates, definitely. Yeah, business updates. So I'm really excited to announce that I started a Patreon. I'm going to put the website here. So what this is basically like a website where it's a subscription service, and it's for digital, it's for creators. So any different type of entrepreneur or creators can have different projects or things that they can offer on the site. Oops, that is definitely not the right spelling. That is not Virgo approved. Oh, I can't delete that, can I? All right, let me put wrong spelling. Correct spelling is www.patreon. It's very different to type when the phone is upright versus down. Okay, this should be correct. There we go. Patreon.com/Julianne Faye. So on this Patreon, I set up 3 tiers of monthly subscriptions. These are at an extremely low cost, like really low cost. The first tier, which is a single focus card for the month, is $5 a month. I'm calling that, they all have clever names. The first one is called Fittingly Fairy, I want to say. So at the first tier, it's $5 a month, and you get to be a part of the single card pull message for that month. You also get 10% off any personalized readings. The second tier is Fetchingly Fairy. That's $7 a month, and you get bi-weekly messages. So you'll get 2 card pull focus messages for the month. I want to clarify, these are not personalized messages to you. These are part of the collective of those who will be subscribing, but you will get also the benefit of a percentage off of personalized readings. So it really benefits you if you have gotten personalized readings from me before. The second tier, it's 15% off any personalized readings if you're subscribing. And then the third tier is Fearlessly Fairy, and that's $11 a month. You're going to get a weekly focus card message, 20% off personalized readings, and you also will be entered into a raffle for a physical mailed prize at the winter and summer solstices. So that one's probably the sweetest deal. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. If you go to that website, patreon.com/Julianne Faye, you can see all of the details there, and you can subscribe right through the website. This is just an additional thing I'm doing, of course, on top of doing personalized readings. That's okay, you're never late, Brandy. on top of personalized readings and everything, this is something really cool, but the only way that this Patreon can be sustainable is if we get people to subscribe, because I'm doing it at a low rate to keep it affordable for people so they can have some guidance. But if I don't get enough people on, I'm not going to be being paid my worth, and it's not going to be sustainable in the long term. So please spread the word, check it out. It's a really low cost investment, and you'll get some extra love and focus energy messages that you can refer back to, and you'll be looped into a discount that you can implement when you want to get a private reading. So it's a pretty sweet deal. Check it out. Yeah, so in terms of business updates, that's the most major one right now. And that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Otherwise, we will transition into card pulls here. So let me know if you'd like a card pull. Leave a note in the comments below. And if you can also share this video, that helps a ton. All good things. Thank you, sister. Yeah, we've had a couple people sign up so far, and I'm so excited. If you sign up now, you'll be able to get in on the messages for September, so it's actually a really good time to sign up. Yes, Brandy, I was talking about at the beginning of the live, just like a couple minutes ago or so, about how it's like a really good time to clean up because it's like Virgo season, and it's about reorganizing our life and really restructuring our life in certain types of ways. Awesome, Silvia, awesome. Okay, so let's start with Silvia. We're a bit of a smaller group, so at least for now, I will pull 3 cards for each of you. I'll be extra generous. All I ask in return is that you spread the word about Patreon. And if you feel called to also share this live, that helps a ton too, because that's actually helping share me talking about Patreon and all of that, so it's all good. Okay, so let's see. So what does Silvia need to know right now? Oh, I'm pulling from Fairy Tarot, messages from the fairies, and life purpose oracle cards. Felt really strongly guided to those 3 decks. And also, since I'm a fairy soul and I just had my birthday, it feels appropriate to be extra fairy tonight. What does Silvia need to know right now? Thank you, Sister Brandy, for acknowledging me. Okay, we're not getting it from this. Let's see. What does Silvia need to know right now? I got one from that. What does Silvia need to know right now? Alright, so for you, Silvia, we have do some research from magical messages from the fairies. This is about studying something, or sort of like doing your homework, sitting down and actually reading about something or writing something out. Maybe this is also about list making or organizing lists in some type of way. It says you need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. But technically, since I did a 3-card spread for you, this could be a bit in the past position. Present card we have is infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Such a beautiful card. This is like the assurance from the universe that you're protected, things are okay. You are going to receive, let's see, it looks like it had a low connection. Are we back? Can you guys see me okay? It looks like we're still good. Okay. It looks like the connection popped out, but we're good now. So Silvia, you had do some research as the first card. Hopefully you got what I was saying about that. If not, I'll go back. Then we have present card is infinite abundance. So it's like, right now the universe is really blessing you, supporting you, guiding you, giving you little hints and nudges and signs that you are... Okay, yeah, I think it skipped a little bit. But essentially the first card we had was do some research, which is about list making, organizing, studying, reading, kind of doing your homework. Then we have infinite abundance. I guess we needed to hear these messages multiple times. Oh no, it's saying low network connection again. Alright, hopefully we're okay. Okay, so this is about the fact that we are divinely supported and guided in all ways. I'm really drawn to the butterfly here on the card, so it's like this is a transformative time, you know? And even just like looking at all of the beautiful fruits and vegetables on this card, hopefully you guys can hear and see this okay, because I see that the connection thing's going crazy. But essentially, this is the time of year in which like the full weight of summer has allowed all of these beautiful fruits and vegetables to bloom, right? Like I just went grocery shopping and I got the most gorgeous peppers, and I got green chard, and I got tomatoes, and like I got locally grown organic things. It was amazing. I did end up going to 2 other farmers markets that were a complete bust. There was nothing organic at them when I left. Ended up actually going to Whole Foods, but you know, it was just like I was in awe of like the abundance of like fruits and vegetables that were available, and like just sometimes we take that for granted, you know. So this might also be a nudge too about health and like getting back into better health with like fruits and vegetables, the colors, how they support the chakra system, and really healing ourselves in that way. This is all for you, Silvia. And then the future card we have is counseling, which says you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. So it's really kind of showing that it's like the big sister, little sister card, or like the angels and fairies card. It's like you provide support to others through your spoken word. Thank you, sister. You provide support to others through your spoken word, and people really can receive healing from what you have to say, because you listen and you hold space for people and you help people in that way. And also the message too with this is like you in turn deserve to be helped and have people listen to you, and that maybe there's also something there about you wanting to have like a session where you're having somebody hold space for you, whether it's like an angel card session with me or whatever it might be, like with a counselor. There's a giving and receiving of being heard and helping people be seen and heard. So that's a really good spread for you, Silvia. I can relate to that in many ways. So hopefully you got all of that. I know the connection got a little bit interrupted, but it looks like we're good now. Good. Hopefully that resonated for you, Silvia. So, let's see, who else would like a card pull? Thank you for the love, Brandy. I love you so much. You're so welcome, Brandy, and I'm happy to pull cards for you again. Oh, it looks like the connection is not quite the best tonight. Okay. Looks like we're good. Okay. Hola, Nielsen, if I'm saying that right. Well, sometimes, Silvia, sometimes we have to, sometimes we have to invest, you know, we have to invest in ourselves and what we need. Like, for example, tonight, I bought myself, like, red roses, you know, because I have been working a lot with Mother Mary, and I was very hurt by some things that happened recently in my life, and was angry with Mother Mary, and now I feel like I'm kind of realigning with, like, my love for her, you know, but the investment that I made in getting those red roses, in fact, I'll show you guys one. You guys can totally absorb that heart chakra lovin'. Beautiful Mother Mary lovin', right? Here's one right here. So, right? Yeah, so, right? So, like, Silvia, I think it was, you were asking about, you know, wanting to be heard in return, and it's like, those roses are a type of beauty and energy and form of receiving that I would not have access to had I not paid for them, right? Like, had I not invested in them. Brandy. And I find this with myself too, that it's like, sometimes it's hard to find the right people that can hold space for you. When you do, they're golden, right? Like, Brandy is one of my bestest friends, and we hold space for each other all the time, and it's a beautiful relationship that we have, and I'm so grateful for her. And it's because the holding of space goes both ways. We each hold space for her, you know? So maybe that's part of it, Silvia, is calling in a friendship which is equal, That might be part of the story. The other part of it might be just opening yourself to trust yourself that it's so safe for you to invest in receiving support, you know, and that's okay, that it's sometimes very valuable for us to invest in ourselves, because we wouldn't have access to that information or that guidance if we don't make those investments, you know. So grateful for you too, Brandy. I love you so much. Totally. Hi, Hilma Rose. All right, so the connection's a bit wonky tonight. I'm a little sad about that, but we'll keep going. So let's see. So who's next for a card pull? And Brandy, feel free to request a card pull. I know I pulled cards for you earlier today. So hopefully that was helpful to you, Silvia. Kind of like a way to reframe that and think about it, you know? And I'm sending some red rose lovin'. So leave a message in the comments if you're interested in a card pull. If you're getting onto this live late, please go back to the beginning and watch what I said about the Patreon and what I said about the moon updates. Also, if you're getting caught up with my lives again, feel free to go back and watch the one from last week. That was a really powerful one that I did. I would definitely recommend going back and watching that. Aw. Okay. Well, Brandy, I want to pull a card for you, and I think it's amazing that you want to do that, and because you've humbled yourself, I will happily pull for you next, and then we'll have Hilma Rose go next after that. So let's see. So what does Brandy need to know right now? Okay, these cards I pulled feel like they're really for me, Brandy, so let me just confirm. Are these for me? Are these for Brandy? Okay, I'm setting those aside for myself because I strongly feel that they are related to me. Are these for Brandy? Are these for me? Other ones for Brandy. Okay, let me pull again for you, Brandy. But again, abundance, because Brandy opened herself up to receiving, I pulled cards that actually ended up providing abundance to me, and now I'm gonna go back and provide even more abundance because I received and now I can give, right? That's how it works. What does Brandy need to know right now? And Brandy, I'll show you what the cards were because you'll laugh when you see it. And I could probably show them to you together, Brandy, too, because maybe you'll resonate with them as well. Okay, so for you, Brandy, we have 8 of Winter. This is a card about feeling like alone and isolated. You could see that she's like on this little iceberg, and she feels really sad, you know? So this is also 8, which is about giving and receiving, but it's like, feels like you're kind of alone and it's like dark times because it's like the card of winter, right? But if you notice, she's not that far away from like the rest of the land. So it's like, you do feel very hurt and isolated and alone, but it's like you're not that far away from your goal. So this card is about like, keep going. This would come up in the past position too, which is a good sign. For present, we have whom do you need to forgive? So this is saying like, are you holding on to like bitterness or resentment that maybe is stopping you from like moving on to future energy? So maybe practicing even like the Ho'oponopono prayer, like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. And just kind of repeating that could be very helpful because it will help clear the energy. And really what you're doing is actually forgiving yourself. Like you're forgiving yourself for being in the circumstances you're in or having the tension or the unpleasantry. So it's like, it's really just kind of clearing the energy and loving yourself through whatever circumstances you're in. Then the future card you have is children. So it's saying like, let children be the focus about this situation, which is definitely what we were talking about earlier, Brandy, right? So good. You know, so it's saying like your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So there's something there about like focusing on like the care of children in some type of way. is part of you, what's in the future. And what's interesting is that then if I look at the other cards I pulled, which I thought maybe, I do still feel like they're kind of related to me, but I'm going to show you them anyway. So again, this would be past position, so it's like business adventure, or business venture, something new coming in that's providing some forms of abundance. Maybe this is the transcription job that you got. It's like saying, the fairies are saying, like, follow through with that, like follow through with like some of your creative ideas about how to make money, you know. Then you have in the present position teaching, so it's like you do help people by inspiring them to learn and by helping them grow and believe in themselves. So maybe that's like a nudge about like some good things. And I know we've talked about you know, we can talk more about this in Messenger, but like sort of if you go back to a different state, what that might allow for you to kind of make connections to, and maybe that could be something you could explore. And then in the future energy, we have Ace of Winter. So this is like, she's kind of like, feels like she's too small or like too young for the job, but there's like, she has a guardian spirit here, like this beautiful white tiger. So it's like, she's not alone, right? She's got this brilliant purple energy to her. So this is saying like, don't be afraid. Like if you're in like this big forest and it looks scary and like you don't know where you're going, really trust that you have a lot of energy inside of you, and also that you're being guided and that you're never alone, you know? That's true. That's true. With Gabby's school, I didn't even think of that. Yes. So maybe that's like another way to think about it, is like where, related to the decision, like where do you want Gabby to kind of go to school? Do you want it to be here? Do you want it to be over there? So that's another interesting thing. And maybe that's what was, I'm channeling so fast I can't even say it. Maybe that's also what was coming up in your reading that was before, was about almost like thinking about her future and letting that be your focus of like how to make this decision, you know? Good stuff. That was an epically powerful reading, Brandy. We can talk more about it later too. Because initially when I pulled those cards, I was like, oh, these seem like they're for me. But then when I layered them together, they actually worked quite well. So that was good. All right, Hilma Rose, Hilma Rose, Hilma Rose, you are next. Let me know if you're still here. And Hilma Rose, I know that before I left for my trip that we had some things that we had discussed doing for you and everything, and my trip completely took a mind of its own. It's a huge energy investment for me, and completely derailed my life in a lot of ways. And then there's just so much that happened with it, and I definitely talked about some of that in my last Facebook Live. But as of last week, I've been getting back to my spiritual business, and I encourage people, if there was like something that was discussed or like talked about earlier in the summer, please feel free to email back and reach back and let me know like how we can pick up those pieces and get started again, because I went through an extreme life experience, which was good and bad and sad and bitter and many things. But I am on the road to a new start in many ways in my life, understanding, reflecting on that situation and what it was, and moving forward. So yeah, I've been through a lot, but I'm doing a lot better than I was. The video messed up a little bit on my phone. Oh no, I'm trying to do the see more, but I can't. I'll have to look at that message. For some reason, my phone won't let me see beyond the words "at the" in your message, Brandy, but I will look at it when it ends. Thank you, Hilma Rose. Yeah, so let's pull cards for you right now. So let's see. So what does Hilma Rose need to know right now? These are good. All right, so the first card you have, Hilma Rose, is Prince of Summer. Romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious. This is the card of falling in love, but this is a card of like sudden love. You could see that this is more of like a fairy boy. You could see that the moon's in the background. There's like the dandelion, so it's like this wish energy, right? So it's like exciting. My dog just came out of his nap and he was like, oh, I want attention. So this is like exciting, fast-moving, romantic energy. This is technically in the past position. But then the next card you have is perfect timing. So it's saying like this is the right time for you to move forward. And this is like a beautiful card, right? And also keep in mind too, if I'm pulling cards and it's resonating with somebody else, it's for you as well, right? So yeah, so what I'm wondering too, Hilma Rose, is like maybe this romance came into the picture, but it wasn't the right timing, but now is good timing for you to move forward with it. So it's the fairies are encouraging you to really witness that this is better timing. And I will also say, this summer was a madhouse astrologically. We had so many planets retrograde. We were under a Mars retrograde for about 8 weeks. We had a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is now over. We're just in the post shadow. Mars retrograde has ended. So I've been I sound like a broken record. I was talking about this at the beginning of this live. I talked about it on my last live, but essentially we were in a very pressure cooker phase of a lot of energy. There was also 3 eclipses, 2 in July, 1 in August. So there was so much going on. So in a lot of ways, the events that transpired over the summer were kind of chaotic and unpredictable, and they might have taken a different turn than you thought. That was definitely the case in my life. And now we're actually moving into more stable energy, which is a lot more about moving forward more fearlessly with the lessons that we've garnered from what we went through this summer. So it's okay if it feels like you're kind of starting over or like you're back to square one. That's okay, because you're not technically back to square one. You're back to like square one that's squared, because you're a stronger version of yourself approaching this problem or this situation or whatever it might be. I think that's a message a lot of people need to hear too. Okay, well, that's good to know it's coming. And keep in mind too, this could be like anything that sweeps you off your feet. It could be like housing, job related, abundance related, so many different things related, right? But this is saying like now is better timing to move forward with this energy. And then the future card you have is books. So this one says you connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So this could be reading books, but also for you, I know we had talked about writing. So it's like maybe this is affirming that you realize that you're in love with the idea of writing, and this kind of swept you off your feet. But it wasn't the right timing for you to like energetically devote to that. Now is better timing to start to get really focused in on that. And that books are definitely part of your life purpose and they're important to you. So this is part of your energy and what you need to understand, because that's from the Life Purpose Oracle deck. So that was a power-packed reading for you, Hilma Rose. It can be both, yep. They definitely have multiple meanings sometimes, the cards. So, like for example with me, being a Virgo, work is so important to me. It's like equivalent to a relationship. Like I have a romance almost with career. So sometimes when I'm pulling romance cards for myself, I know it's like career related. So that's something important to keep in mind too, is like who you are and kind of how you operate, you know. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love hearts, Brandy. I so appreciate them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the love hearts, and Brandy is always the best. She's so good at sending me love hearts and validating me. Excellent. I'm really glad to hear that, Hilma Rose. That's awesome. His books are so good. And whenever you're not sure what to do with your life, just start with fixing your health. It's just the best advice ever. Love it, Brandy. Okay, so is there anybody on that would like a reading that I've missed? Otherwise, I will open this up to just general prayer requests. If you want to submit a prayer request in the chat, we can hold space for you with that prayer request. Cool. That's really cool, Hilma Rose, that you're helping inspire other people with their health too. yeah, so I'm going to open this up for prayer requests in the chat. I am going to also open up this chat for if you have questions, general questions, astrologically or energy related. I'm happy to field those as well. I'm going to put in a prayer request for continued courage to deal with changing circumstances that I've gone through this month, and the courage to keep going and to keep believing in myself, and in particular to convey my enthusiasm and my full self and my energy in some interview questions that I have to record for a video chat interview situation thing. So if you guys can send prayers for that, I will receive that. Oh, that's beautiful, Brandy. I love that. Love you too, Brandy, so much. I understand, Helma Rose. Yeah, so we'll just open this up if you have prayer requests. Also, for those that watch this on replay, I just want to make a general disclaimer that if you're watching it on replay, if you want, I will obviously not be doing card pulls if you're watching the replay, right? You have to catch me live in order to get a specific reading for you. But that doesn't mean that watching the replay doesn't mean you can't receive things. You can just receive the same messages of love and healing by listening to what has been pulled for others. But I do just want to put that out there because sometimes I do get messages on the live after it's ended with people requesting card pulls, and it's like, obviously I can't pull cards for you beyond the scope of the live. Because I only do it when I'm live. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. Yeah, so let's send prayers to Brandy for clarity and health and healing and just continuing to move past challenges and blocks and obstacles. Sending love and kisses. And we'll just continue to keep this open here. I'll send you guys some more red rose lovin' from Mother Mary. So good. Receiving some flower therapy for you guys. So good, right? I mean, you just look at that and you're like, how is this universe not crazy more intelligent than we think it is? Like, just look at that. That is unreal that nature created that, you know? It really is. So pretty. So prayers for Hilma Rose for clarity as for her next steps. Yeah, and Hilma Rose, I know that we had left off with some things and maybe now is better timing to pick it up. So what we'll do is we'll just go back to our emails and hopefully, I feel like I did some good note taking with the last emails, so maybe we can go back and revisit what those intentions were and kind of pick up those loose threads. Prayers for Hilma. So good. Let me show you guys the full bouquet. Doo, doo, doo. Beautiful. All right, well, we're just a small group. It's just us girls here. Would we like perhaps a focus message before we leave? Maybe that would be good. Let's do that. So, what is a message that we all need to understand right now? Oh, everything's okay. Everything's okay is the message we all need to understand right now. Everything's okay, and it says, don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. So good. I know, my sentiments exactly, Brandy. So good. Everything's okay, it's all working out in a beautiful way. Love it. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up here because that just seems like the perfect place to end on. Please soak up the loving and the energy in that card. Soak up the loving and the energy of this red rose. And this replay will be available. You guys can go back and go back into this energy at any time. And I'm sending so much love and kisses. Please check out, if you haven't done so already, especially if you're watching this on replay or whatnot, check out my Patreon. You can subscribe at really low rates, and you get discounts on personalized readings, and you get to be a part of a focus card message for that month. So love you too, Hilma Rose. Thank you. Sending love. All right, bye, you ladies. Have a good evening.